Hey guys, this is Julie. It's Friday, October 20th, a little bit before 7 a.m. So this is the ES. We'll look at the ES and SPX today. And you can see it's down to some quarterly ones, the last quarterly one. And this is the 12 week, 4, 8, 12. So we went to the 3 month, the 90-day, and the 12 week. So one thing I want to point out is when we break this level at 42.65, oops, here we go, that we have a 3 month three right here at 41.15.50, sort of couched between some twos. So that's going to be a pretty strong level. You've got multiple second standard deviations couched between the 3 month three. The dealer put a long put here for that quarterly collar is at 40.55, 4055. So that 3 month three and these 90-day, 12-week twos seem to be protecting this dealer put right there. But look at the orange line below it. That is your 90-day and your 12-week three. So if that put gets broken, dealer sells into it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be selling at that point. And so they'll probably run it down to 39.50 is what my guess is and bounce it. They don't want it to go lower than that. So be looking out for 39.50, 39.65. If that gets if they get tagged, then they'll probably be selling at that point and bouncing that 39.50 is what I'm guessing. Of course, these are just, guesses, but you can see that the threes, are pretty much very much support on the quarterly contract. Usually, I mean, they did break it in 21, but that was Powell, and I don't think they're doing that now. So here's the monthly. You can see that we're now coming into 42.62, 42.41, and 42.18 are our ones. 42.29 is a 2 in between it, so that should be providing some monthly support. Weekly, we've got, we're bouncing now on this 42.88, got a little bit underneath it. Here we got this 43.03 as resistance. And 42.72 for a weekly one. The last one, if they come down and tag that, and then here are your threes below it. So this one is a daily one open. So here are the threes, and there's a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 all stacked up. 42, 46 through 42.62. So if we do get that downside push, I would think it wouldn't last long. Well, that is a 50-point move, just about. And here's the daily. So you can see we're back inside the daily ones. Here's a chart with the monthly, daily, weekly. Oh, that's in Q. Let me put this back. Here we go. And you can see that we are just inside these ones, uh, going a little bit with the long ball right now, the long super trend. So here is the daily with the 30-day and 7-day threes, 7-day, 8-day. I just want to make sure this distribution's updated. Yep, 42.59, 42.57. It shifts. Was at 59, now it's at 57. So our lower 8-day one is at 42.57. 41.75 for the 7-day threes in case it just plummets. We'll take a look at the SPX in just a second. So here's the Globex. You can see that the Globex 1 caught the bounce right on cue, and we're just, you know, going inside that Globex 1 up and down, going nowhere. RTH template caught the 3 yesterday. Look at this. Just picture perfect for the RTH template yesterday. Caught the RTH 1 and the RTH 3. So the ES market really likes this RTH template and the Globex. Here is the VIX daily, and you can see that we are below the open, which shows that risk off. Came up yesterday to the threes. We were watching that in training yesterday. Break our RTH3, and it ran right to the daily 3. Went from the RTH3 to the daily 3 on the VIX. And now we've pulled back a little bit and just oscillating until the RTH open, and we'll see if we break higher again with the volatility. Today is expiration, so it's going to be a little bit bumpy. And as you can see here, we cleared the 21-day one, and it's coming back to test it right now. So this is, let me pull this off the edge. There you go. 2066. If it breaks that 2066 and goes lower, it'll probably retest this 1977. But right now, our 21-day one is holding support. And here are the upper ends of this possibility, 24.35. Wow. So if it takes off, it can really run today. So that's huge. Let me go ahead and put the 1-day back up here, the PT oscillator. So you can use one or the other, so higher time frame or time series. And this will tell us how many points in the day. So 179. So let me just get a ruler up and go 179 from this PT1 at the 21-day. That's 263. Oops. Well, I might not be able to get right on it. 180, close is close enough. Horseshoes and trading, right? Alright, here's the control Q. And what do we have here? About 22.55. And that would be right here at the Globex 3, 22.51. So between 22.51 and the daily 3, it's about right, right? So we'll see if we hit that on the VIX. Okay, here was my Unirinco on NQ for yesterday. And so you can see we're still in this downward path trajectory. This is using the 1 day um, uh, initial balance, excuse me, the 1 hour IB. PT2s, that's 68% of the initial balance. And I was going to show you SPX. Let me do that before I forget. So I like to use the VIX template for the SPX because I like to use that 24/7 data. So let me just refresh the screen. There we go. So you can see we have our new levels. It's not opened yet. And 42.58 is the daily 1. And 42.24 is the daily 3. And I need to go back, I'm sorry, and put the oscillator on here and let us know what that daily range is. So that just really, really, really helps, doesn't it? Having a projection of what your full range is going to be. And if it's going low vol, you can use the 34%, 68% of the range. You don't have to use the 95%. If it's going short, then you want to use the 95% because you get more range going short than you do going long. So going from the open to the 3, that 53.52, you can see that it would be right here. See how that works? So you can project out where you're going to be for the full range. Many markets, will open, the ES before the RTH, and so you can measure from the high instead of the open, but for the SPX you can measure from the open. So it's like on the VIX, that 179, you can take it from the high or the low. So let's see how far it got. I wonder if it got to 68%. 92, 128. Okay, so it can still go a little bit lower to that 68% before turning around. So we could go right here to this RTH level and then bounce up. Or they could bounce it right here on the Globex 3 to get to your $179 right there. 22.51 from the current low. All right, guys, that's it for me. Last chart is just a little 5-minute chart, and it's just showing we're flat, going nowhere. Just sit on hands. All right. Let me know if y'all have any questions or would like to talk about any other markets. You're interested in gold, you're interested in crude, you want to see something else, let me know. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you later.